So we're here in Iowa and visiting with Daniel Dennis, about to head off to Russia for a big competition, the Yarygin International. Daniel, you're coming off the U.S. Open victory down in Vegas in December. How do you feel you're wrestling? Obviously, it's important. It's the Olympic year, right?
Yeah, it's really important. I feel like it's coming along. I feel good, feel comfortable when I get out on the mat. So feel sharp as long as I'm, focusing on things that I can control. So been feeling good. Last competition wrestled pretty good, and feel like I'm continuing to do that. So
you had to drop a little weight in this Olympic run. We're down to 6 Olympic weights, and it looks like you fit in pretty well at this new weight class. You feel comfortable there?
Yeah.
Strong? I mean, what's good about what's going on there?
Yeah, it's I had to shrink my body a little bit, obviously from 61 kilograms, but feel good. I feel strong still. One thing, after I graduated college, I dropped down to 55 kilograms, and I didn't feel very strong at all. I felt like I was very, very weak, actually, and feeling strong at the weight. It's a little bit of a cut, but I mean, it's not horrible. So my body's reacting to it, responding to it well. So it's good.
You took a little break from wrestling. You did some traveling. You got away from it for a while. Mm-hmm. What got your fire fueled again? And because obviously you're getting results, and it almost was immediate after you got back on the mat.
Yeah. I wasn't ever really completely out of the sport. I traveled around a little bit when I moved out of Iowa City and wound up about 6 months after that in California, and was coaching there and helping out at MMA gym, still trying to stay active and help some of the fighters with a couple of wrestling positions. Sure. And so you're always kind of, still in the sport. When you're in it so much, it's hard to step completely out of it. So it was looking at other people and what they're doing, and, you're going to consciously or subconsciously compare yourself to them. And there were guys that were having success that I felt like I could wrestle with and that I could beat. And got Morningstar would badger me a lot. Royce Alger would badger me a lot. I mean, to the point where they're annoying as hell. And and Tom and Terry have always been supportive. And past coaches, Mike Zadek had always been supportive of me. Doug Schwab had mentioned something to me. Strangers like Tolly Thompson mentioned something to me one time about, go at Nationals one year when I wasn't competing. Like, come back, get your body feeling good, and then come back. And I remember having a conversation with Tom right when I moved out of Iowa City. He called me up. I didn't have cell phone service, was climbing in a valley, and was driving out, and Tom called me up and told me about the new rule changes, and it's like, these rules are gonna be for your benefit. Go get whatever traveling, whatever climbing you gotta get that bug out of you, and then come back and wrestle again. And I was like, that's probably not gonna happen. But constant, continual things from just friends and people who have become your family about wrestling and about coming back and competing. And I remember I started thinking about it, and I said something to my mom about it, and my mom was a very quiet person, and she's like, well, your dad would really love to see it. He would have loved that. So that was one thing where it was like, maybe, all right, maybe I will. And Royce, being just annoying as hell, is enough to drive any man insane. So that was a big part of it. And talking with my brother, saying something to my brother and sister, and they would, they're like, are you going to? Let me know if you do, all excited. So I think the excitement from, friends and family kind of, with the support of all of them, kind of, made me want to wrestle at the Open again, and then just going on from there.
So, big tournament. I mean, the Krasnoyarsk event, the Yarygin, is one of the toughest events, probably the toughest event in freestyle every year that's not the World Championships. And have you set some goals for yourself there? I mean, clearly winning is a goal, but there's got to be some things that you want to achieve.
Yeah, I want to win.
Okay.
More importantly, not more importantly, it goes hand in hand with,
right.
I want to get ready to wrestle every single match. I really do believe this. When I'm focus on just a couple of key things, and Tom talks about them with me just in my wrestling. A couple of key things when I focus on, I feel very honed in, and I feel like when I'm honed in and when I am ready and when I am sharp when I go out on the mat, I feel like I can beat anybody. So that's the only thing I focus on, and as long as I can do that, then I have belief that I will come out on top. So
Now, the guy on top of your weight class is probably a few feet away from you on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Tony Ramos. And, you guys, I'm told you don't train too much together, but you obviously know each other and got a lot of respect for each other.
Yeah.
I know making the team means a lot more than just beating him, but, is that an interesting challenge? A lot of people may not have gone through that experience.
I get asked this question a lot, and when I start thinking about it, then I start not being myself or wrestling myself, and that obviously it's an obstacle. Everyone at the weight is an obstacle, right?
Right.
Everyone at the weight, the however many people are going to be in the bracket, they're all an obstacle, and he is, but I don't focus on that. I focus on the few key things that I think help my wrestling, and Tom talks about them with me quite a bit, and that's really all I try to keep my mind focused on.
When you've been wrestling, we've seen you in the last couple of years, and it's like you're always getting after it. You're scoring points. Do you feel like, man, there's something, a switch you've been able to turn on that you're even better than before your break, something new?
Maybe it's an attitude change a little bit, but I felt like I tried to in college too. I don't know if it's like, I don't know. I try to score points because I don't want it to come down to a single, he's going to score or I'm going to score, because if it comes down to that, if it's a shootout, because most of the guys that we're wrestling, they're really capable, and if I let it come down to, a exchange at the very end with an explosive wrestler, chances are I'm probably not going to come out on top.
Yeah.
So I don't want it to come down to one takedown or two takedowns. I want to score as many points as I can, and I think I don't know if it's a mindset change or what, or just old age and not really caring about letting pressure get to you, but I guess I don't really know how to answer that question.
Yeah, but
something changed.
You do notice though that things are going well early in matches. You're taking it to them, right?
Yeah, I'm trying my best.
Obviously, you went to college here. You're here training again. But what's great about this training situation for you?
It's awesome. You can't, for my weight and my size, you can't compare any other room. Thomas Gilman and Corey Clark and up and down the lineup, Sorensen, those are all guys that I can wrestle with quite often, and they're hammers. They're good. They're really, really, really good, and wrestling with them on a regular basis helps a lot. And then you get Metcalf that I wrestle with quite a bit, and then we got up and coming younger kids that are starting to build a name for themselves, and just for my size, it's a great training environment. And then outside of that, I'm with friends. Like the kids on this team, they're family really. A lot of them are, and it's great being around that.
Looking forward to wrestling in Carver Hawkeye again at the trial?
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm really pumped up about that.
Yeah, it was kind of a good atmosphere when you were there as a college student, right?
Yeah, it's great. It's a great place to wrestle in, so it should be fun.
Well, hey, have a great competition over in Russia. I'm sure we'll catch you when you get back, but
Thanks.
Congratulations on the victory in Vegas.
All right, thanks a lot.